As this year comes to a close, you may still have questions about what you went through. Questions about why healing hasn't looked the way you expected. Or questions about what comes next. This episode isn't about tying up loose ends or having it all figured out. It's about what it looks like to trust God even when you don't have the answers. Even when parts of the unknown still make your heart race a little. Do you want to heal from narcissistic abuse, but you struggle with self-doubt and second-guessing everything? If so, you're in the right place. I'm Takia, mom, coach, and your survivor friend. Here we mix faith, real talk, and practical tools to restore confidence and self-worth. So if you're ready to rebuild your confidence and finally feel at peace, take a deep breath. Exhale now. Let's heal for real. Before we dive in today, I want you to know something. You don't have to heal alone. I have a free community called Narcissism Unmasked, and it's for women just like you who are rebuilding their confidence and self-worth after narcissistic abuse. We have real conversations, honest support, and every week I host live healing conversations for the heart where you can connect with other women who truly get it. If you're tired of feeling alone in this and you want a judgment-free place to heal, come join us at bit.ly/narcissismunmasked. Over the last couple episodes, I've been talking about how the holidays affected me after leaving a covert narcissist, how my body still reacted, how I didn't feel how I thought I should, how the quiet that followed didn't feel like joy. And as this year is winding down, I've realized something. I still don't have all the answers. I still don't fully understand why certain things still trigger me the way they do. I definitely don't have the full picture of where my healing is going. And I really don't know what the next season of my life looks like. And I'll be honest, parts of that scare me a little, but not the way it used to. Not in the panicky, oh my goodness, the world is about to end, everything is going to collapse right now. It's more in a quieter type of way. It's more like, okay, God, I'm trusting you, but I still would like a little preview of what is to come because you know I don't really like all these surprises, right? Earlier in my journey, not knowing felt risky, very dangerous. It meant that I needed to be on the alert. It meant that something bad was probably coming. It meant I had to figure out things quickly or suffer consequences. But this time is a little bit different. I'm not calmer because I finally understand everything. I have a level of peace because I stopped needing to understand everything right now. And I feel like I'm finally at the place where I can say, God, I don't have the answers. That makes me a little uncomfortable, but you do. And I'm going to trust you to get me where I'm going. I trust you to get me through what I don't yet understand. You've gotten me this far, so I know you're not going to drop me now. And yes, sometimes I may or may not have tears in my eyes because I am doing something that has been and is genuinely hard for me, choosing to let go. And for me, that is faith. Not the type that I'd been taught growing up, not that loud, confident type faith, but something quieter, something more honest. And here's something that often gets overlooked in healing after covert narcissistic abuse. We can turn understanding into a form of control. And listen, believe me, it makes sense. After being manipulated, gaslighted, emotionally disoriented, clarity feels like safety. Knowing and having that insight feels like protection because knowing why feels like the way that we can make sure that what happened never happens again, right? I mean, there's a place for all of that. But there comes a point where we are no longer seeking insight. We are seeking absolute certainty. And certainty becomes the thing that we lean on to feel safe. And let me be the first to admit, I love insight. I love to know. Give me language. Give me understanding. Tell me why. Give me all this stuff. Don't surprise me. But I've learned that there's a moment in healing where insight stops being the next step. And not because it's not valuable, but because trust has to come before a full understanding. And that's especially true in faith. Proverbs 3 tells us, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto your own understanding. That doesn't mean we are not allowed to think, But it does mean that we don't have to wait until everything makes sense to us before we trust God. And there's this subtle shift that happens once you move from I trust God once I understand what He's doing to I trust God even when I don't understand. As a matter of fact, especially when I don't understand what He's doing. The first one is conditional. It's trust, but with a safety net. The second one, that's surrender. And surrender is where peace actually lives. And let me just put this here, right? From the time I was young, I had some serious trust issues. I don't know if you guys know about that game where somebody would stand behind you and, you would kind of take a free fall backward and they were supposed to catch you. I could never get that done. I really believe that I would have been dropped. It did not matter who it was. I would imagine myself falling out on the floor, skull cracked open. So I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So being in this space of surrender is really stretching me. And surrendering doesn't mean that you stop reflecting. It doesn't mean that you stop learning. What it means is that you stop requiring answers in order to feel safe and feel held. It's about knowing that God is in control, and not just that He is in control, but His character. He's not somebody that is going to do me any harm, or, He's not going to let something happen that ultimately is going to be for my destruction. That's just not who He is. So for me, ending this year is not about declaring how far I've come. It's about recognizing I no longer need that certainty in order to stay grounded. I don't know what my next season looks like, but I know who is with me in it. And He promises never to leave me nor forsake me. And that is enough. So if you're ending this year without answers, without a clear label for your healing, without a testimony that feels finished or polished, I want you to hear this. God is not waiting for you to figure it all out before He walks with you. He's not offended by your questions, and He's not intimidated by your fear. Isaiah 26:3 tells us, you will keep Him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you because He trusts in you. Not those who have all the answers, those who trust. Sometimes faith is simply choosing to stop striving for that knowing. Stop striving to have that resolution and trusting God without everything needing to make sense first. As we move into the new year, I'll continue sharing more of my own journey, what healing has looked like and what it has not looked like, and what God continues to do even when I can't see it yet. But for now, this is enough. You don't have to end this year resolved. You just have to end it trusting that God knows, trusting that He sees you, trusting that He's already at work, even when you can't even name how. If today's episode hit home for you, I would love to see you inside Narcissism Unmasked. It's my free community where women healing from narcissistic abuse come together to talk honestly, rebuild their confidence, and support each other through the hard stuff. Remember those weekly life healing conversations I mentioned? That's where real connection and breakthrough happens. You're not just listening to a podcast. You're a part of something real. Join us at bit.ly/narcissism unmasked. And if you want to stay connected between episodes, become an insider. You'll get weekly emails with new podcast drops, healing tips, and first access to anything special I'm working on. Sign up today at bit.ly/confidence insiders. Hey friends! I hope today's episode taught you something or gave you a boost. If it did, would you take a couple seconds and share it with someone who's ready to heal from narcissistic abuse? And while you're at it, would you please leave me a quick review on Apple Podcasts? It really thrills me to know that other women are being helped. Now go ahead, stretch, or grab that snack. I'll see you in our next episode.